Dave, we're here at the CCA Workbench. Talk about new products.
Yes, sir.
And man, we got some blue drinky.
Yeah, we're going to start with a Startron diesel. You know, everybody's going to diesel engines nowadays. They're really durable. They got great fuel economy. They're just, you know, everybody's going to diesel. But, you know, diesel sometimes can have problems. You know, it has a problem getting water in it a lot of times, you know, especially if you're getting it for your boat and whatnot. But, you know, the Startron enzyme diesel treatment will take that water out. And when it does, it makes your engine burn better. It doesn't leave deposits everywhere. You know, it makes all your valves and everything stay clean. Yeah. And it's because, you know, it gets that water out. And what it is the water in there will make organic acids. You know, when they're eating that water, the little stuff in there, it'll make stuff that makes the fuel not burn properly. And that's what causes all your problems.
The thing that I respect about this is that it's designed for all kinds of diesels.
Yep,
so
you put
can
in your
use
generator.
It in your diesel or biodiesels,
Right.
which is what we use in the farm tractors and a lot of
Yep.
the diesel that we buy like over in the Bahamas for our generators.
Yep.
Though it's biodiesel.
And if you have equipment that's sitting around, you know, with gas, it's stale, you know, you can put this stuff in it and it'll rejuvenate your gas.
Yeah,
So
I mean, it's a great product.
Start your diesel.
This big bottle
512 gallons.
will treat 510 gallons.
A cap
guys.
is 5 gallons and 1 ounce is 32 gallons for just 1 ounce.
So there you have it, guys.
Get
Just
your
go
some
to
Startron. If you
go
got a
to
diesel
Startron.
engine, you got to have that.
Or gas. We make it for both.
Correct.
That's right.
Now we got some fish bites there. These are the fish bite strips. You know, fish bites are really cool. What they've done is they've impregnated a real fish food into that mesh. And what it does is it creates a great scent trail. It triggers the feeding response in fish. I mean, it's science. There's not a bunch of BS in this. And when you want to trim that thing off to whatever size you want, when you put it on a jig or whatever, and you're not going to be able to bite that off. It says not to do that in there.
It does?
Yeah, don't do that, man. Because that mesh in there is really hard. It'll rip your teeth out. It will. There's a nasty mesh in there.
Wonder what else is going to happen.
I don't know.
Well,
I guess we'll find out. But anyway, they make it in a lot of different colors and flavors. They make it in crab, shrimp, clam, and I think I'm forgetting one.
Crab, shrimp, clam,
And I don't know. Sand flea, maybe?
That's
I
correct.
don't know. But anyway.
Squid?
It comes in a variety of colors, and they make them in chunks or even like this where you can cut them yourself. Great big sheets of it you can cut yourself. And if you're going to fish in the surf for pompano or whiting or flounder even, I use them on jigs for flounder all the time because the flounder will not let it go when I got that
I
stuff
used
on
this
it.
stuff in the 90s before any artificial scented plastics were even made. And you know, Dave, the cool part was we would just tip a bucktail jig.
That's what I do with it.
And you could, I mean, I'm feeling it in my mouth how it's starting to dissolve. You know, I feel like I got some potatoes in there.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway, what else we got, Bubba?
Well, we got these ringer swivels, and these are really good if you're a sail fishing guy. We use them a lot because it allows your circle hook to make a full rotation instead of just the swivel or the O-ring. It's a combination of the swivel and the O-ring, and all the tournament guys are using them. And if you travel outside the country to do any kind of bill fishing and you're pulling ballyhoos, you're going to be using one of those little O-rings or a swivel. And this takes the place of both of them with one little piece. It's an O-ring on the swivel, so when you bury that first into the swivel, into the ballyhoo, you got the O-ring sticking out, and you can put that hook inside that little O-ring, and it swivels 360 degrees, so you have great hookups with it.
Yeah.
So pick you up some of those ringer swivels. All right, we got some Paul Brown, the Soft Dean. You heard him mention it earlier.
Yeah.
We got two little Soft Deans there. The soft bodies, you know, it's kind of just like the Mirror Dean, except it's a soft Dean, so it's got that soft plastic body. A fish will grab a hold of it and you won't let go of it. It's a small bait. I like smaller baits. Everything eats the smaller baits. Sometimes the little fish won't eat a great big one, so I like to use the little ones too. Suspending twitch bait, you know, it stays in front of the fish for a long time. It mimics a small little mullet or any
It's the right
pilchard.
shape.
It's
It's
a
the right shape.
perfect little mimic right
Got
there.
30 seconds.
Okay, well,
let's
let's do the limber blade real quick. From these fellas are from Parrish, Florida, and the limber blade is a great spinner bait because the top blade is limber.
Right.
It's actually will collapse, so you can drag that through a lot of different stuff. It won't hang up as easy, and when a fish comes and eats it, if he gets on top of that the whole spinner, it's going to collapse and he'll be able to get it. They make them, the Limber Magic is for saltwater with a single blade, and the Limber Blade there is a freshwater one for 2 blades for your bass and everything else. let me tell you, they work good.
It
I know
does.
for a fact.
Rick,
All right, Rick.
I'm just flabbergasted over here. Are you
That
still
he ate
chewing
that thing?
on that
Yeah,
fish
I think he
bite?
is.
How is it? Is it good?
It's
Did
really
you eat
good.
those in the 90s too?
Good. I'm gonna have a little
'Cause-
water with it though.
Yeah, you
It
should
tastes a
just
little
spit it out.
shrimpy.
All right.